Hello traders, you're welcome to this video. In this video, we are going to be looking at a unique indicator that can help you to identify Fibonacci retracement levels very easily. All right, so this indicator that we are discussing in this video is the AutoFib TradeZones Indicator. All right, now the AutoFib TradeZones Indicator is a custom indicator. So you would have to download the indicator from a reputable source online. After downloading the indicator, you just need to add the indicator to the indicators folder on your MetaTrader terminal. That is, if you are using the MetaTrader platform, all right. So after adding the indicator to the MetaTrader folder, specifically the indicators folder, then you will have to reload your terminal. All right, and then you go to indicators, you go to insert first, you go to indicators, you go to custom, and then you go to AutoFib trade zones and you select it. And here we go, allow the alert imports, and we're just going to be loading that to the chart right away. Okay, so here is our AutoFib trade zones indicator. So as we can see displayed on the chart, this indicator has helped us to identify important support and resistance zones, right, as we can see. All right, so the indicator prioritizes current price movements, because if we move backwards, we can see that the indicator has moved on from here, right? So the indicator focuses on the current price action. All right, so perhaps just depending on the time frame, okay, depending on the time frame, it's going to give you information on it's going to give you information on the price movement of the currency pair within a specific range. All right, within a specific range. Okay, so basically, how do you use the AutoFib trade zones indicator? Right, first of all, you should identify the direction of the trend. Okay, in this situation, we can see that we had a sell trend, right? Remember that Fibonacci is effective in a trending market. All right, so first of all, you should identify the direction of the trend. Once you have effectively identified the direction of the trend, then look for pullbacks. Okay, look for pullbacks. For example, we can see that this was a sell trend and we had a pullback that got to the 50% level, right? We got a pullback that got to 50, above the 50% level right here. And then as the candlestick, bearish candlestick, formed or began to form, crossing back below this level, it would have been a good opportunity to enter a sell. By the way, it's even aligned with this trend line, right? That's also why it's important to have other confirmation tools such as trend lines, and you can also use any other indicator of your choice just to confirm the signals given to you by the AutoFib trade zones indicator. So in this situation, we would have considered entering a sell right around here and then setting our stop loss above this swing high, this high that just newly formed, and then our take profits can be at the 100% level. All right, the 100% level plotted by this indicator. Okay, now for a buy trade, remember that this indicator works with current price movement, so it gives you signal based on current price movement. But let us just assume that this was the current price, this was the current price, or let's just work with the historical price. So we can see now this was a bullish trend in this situation, right? This was a bullish move. Okay, so what you would have to be looking out for is a pullback towards any of the Fibonacci retracement levels, because the indicator is going to plot the levels automatically for you. So you just look out for pullbacks towards any of the retracement levels, and then you watch out for any bullish candlestick patterns to form. Okay, In addition to the retracement levels, please make use of trend lines. The trend lines are also going to give you additional confirmation. Okay, so when you have a confluence between your trend lines and any of the Fibonacci retracement levels, it adds more validation to that signal, right? So you can even trust the signal more when you have a confluence. Okay, we have talked about confluence in a previous video. Okay, now in the situation of a buy, when you have a pullback downwards, then you wait for a bullish candlestick pattern, or at least you wait for a signal that the price is reversing, perhaps bouncing off a support, and then you enter a buy. You set your stop losses below the swing low, okay, the newly formed low, and then you can target the nearest resistance zone. You can target this supply zone given to you by the indicator for your exit. All right, you can exit at either of the retracement zones that gives you a good risk to reward ratio. So for example, if we had entered at this point, because at this point the bullish candle has already swallowed the, it has already gone higher than the high of the previous candle, right? So this would have been a good place to enter a buy, and then a stop loss can be below this low, and then our take profit can be at the supply zone, right? So if we had entered here and here is our stop loss, that would give us a risk of about 70 pips, right? So with a risk to reward ratio of 1 to 2, we should be targeting a minimum of 140 pips. So this wouldn't be a good place to set our take profit, although this is a significant Fibonacci retracement zone, right? So we're just going to look at the next. The next has already exceeded our 1 to 2 weeks to reward, but it's a great place. Okay, so we can consider setting our take profit around here because it gives us a favorable risk to reward ratio. Okay, so make sure that you have already done your calculation ahead of time before you enter the trade. Okay, know how much you are willing to risk and know how much you are potentially going to make. So once you have done the calculation and you have seen that your reward is a minimum of ×2 of your risk, then you can go ahead and enter that trade. Okay, so in this example, we could have gone ahead and entered the trade because we had a favorable risk to reward ratio, and at the same time we had a valid bullish signal. All right, so that is it for this indicator, the AutoFib TradeZones indicator. It's quite easy to use. It saves you the stress of having to plot your retracement zones yourself, or having to manually draw the Fibonacci the Fibonacci retracement on your chart. Okay, it saves you the stress of having to draw it manually. All right, in as much as this indicator is quite effective, it's not a foolproof indicator. Okay, the indicator is not foolproof. It does not guarantee profits. Okay, so that is the reason why you should combine it with other tools for technical analysis, with other indicators. You can even add on indicators such as moving averages, or stochastic, or any other indicator of your choice, just to confirm the signals given to you by the AutoFib's trade zones. All right, and then make sure you always prioritize risk management. Okay, do not over leverage. Do not use an amount you cannot afford to lose. Okay, when you are trading with this indicator, make sure that you pay attention to chart patterns. Make sure that you pay attention to candlestick patterns. We have discussed some patterns in previous videos. You might want to check them out. Okay, like for example, in this situation now, I talked about this candle swallowing the previous candle. Although we wouldn't have to necessarily wait for the full engulfing candle to form. The reason being that it's going to make our risk to reward ratio to become poor. Okay, it's going to affect our risk to reward ratio. But if you had wanted to wait for the engulfing candle to form completely, then it means you would have entered a buy around here, right? This would have also been a good place to enter a buy. It's not that it is just that it's going to affect the risk to reward ratio. So if we had entered a buy somewhere around here, it means our risk will become about 124 pips. That means we'll be targeting about 250 pips or 260 pips thereabout for our exit, right? So we would have still gotten a favorable risk to reward ratio, okay, and that is going to fall within the supply zone. So we are still good to go. So if you are a bit skeptical about entering a buy trade around in the middle of this bullish candlestick, then you could have also waited for the candle to close completely and then retested this level before entering a buy. All right. And then make sure you always set your stop loss at favorable positions, ideal positions. You shouldn't just set your stop loss anywhere. Okay. The reason why I wouldn't have recommended setting stop loss here is because it is possible for a continuation of this retracement. This is just a pullback, right? Because this is a bullish trend. So it was possible for us to see the pullback continue towards this trend line, because as we can see, this trend line, we had a touch here, we had a touch here. So it is possible that we would have seen another touch, right? And then a continuation. So that is the reason why I would have recommended setting stop loss here instead of here. Okay, just in case of if the pullback had continued to the trend line. All right. So make sure you always set your stop loss at favorable positions. An ideal place to set stop loss for a buy trade is at the previous swing low, and an ideal place to set stop loss or sell trade is at the previous swing high. Okay, so take note of that. So that is it for this indicator. I hope you found this video insightful. Kindly like and subscribe for more trading insights, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so that you don't miss out on more trading videos and insights. All right, thanks for watching, and until next time, stay smart and trade profitably. See you in the next video.